Hello there. So today I took it upon myself to run an experiment, and that experiment to prove something really important to me as a person. So when AI, LLMs and AI came in, I was like in the position of resistance, right? I thought like I don't need to use them. I know what to do. Why I trust something that I don't know what it is to do something I know, and so on. And now, like I feel like how to say, the bond is really strong between me and LLMs, and I know how to use them as a tool. And I think it's very important for every single developer and software engineer out there use LLM for their own good, right? Because LLMs are force multiplier, right? And not only multiplier, I feel they are also gaps filler. What do I mean by gaps filler? So basically, let's say like you take a full stack developer. Every single full stack developer there out there. Uh, so you have three main, let's say, circles. You have the infrastructure, the back end, and you have the front end, right? Every single full stack developer out there is have some strength, like how to say, put all his money in most of his money in one circle, right? For his own good, right? And the reason they transitioned to full stack because 4 years ago when I started this project, when I started this project, that's what's really hot, right? So the businesses they were looking for mostly for full stack developers, and full stack developers they were trendy, and everyone was looking for them because they had this mentality of shipping things, and that's what businesses needed, right? So for me as a person, my strengths were since the start in the infrastructure and backend system, right? System design and so on. I always lacked something in the UI UX. I ran a lot of business experiments in the past few years, and I'm glad I did because it helped me to understand customers more, understand solution and problem. Yeah, you can understand solution and problem when you read books, when you read white papers, but it's different when you engage with your customers. It's different. You understand their pain points and you understand the importance of UI UX. To prove this to you, so I took this project, which is 4 years ago, long before LLMs are here, and I picked this project specifically because I knew back then when I started working on this project what was the problem, where I need to work on to solve this problem. And I just forgot, life happens, and it's really great project, great problem solution a project. What is this project basically? As you know, like software engineers explore a lot of code, right? Their job requires reading a lot of code, right? And whenever they transition to a new company, they usually gonna need to read that code. So I designed this solution in hope to help them explore that code much faster and find issues a lot earlier, and how to say, develop that mental model about the source code in much faster way. How? Through visualization, right? Because a picture can say what 1,000 words. And the best solution I came up with is this right here, as you can see. It's not great, to be honest with you. Let's just zoom out. This is a whole source code. As you can see, it's a directed graph, and it just links file together, but there is a lot of things missing, like tabbing into the AST tree, right? And showing the compiler and the docs and so on. And that's the purpose why I recorded this video, because I'm hoping when I showcase this next generation structural project, next generation, gain some traction and interest from other developers and collaborate to create the next generation code explorer. So what do we mean by that? So if you look at how today developers explore code, well, there is two options, right? You have those 10x developers that use NeoVim, right? And they don't touch the mouse or the key. The mouse is they just use the keyboard. And you have developers like me, like not so much 10x, right? But I like to use graphic, how to say, software like VS Code. And a lot of developers, I think, it's like the most widely used idea out there. But the issue is, with depending on your experience, you might struggle, right? You might struggle to like VS Code is not designed to how to say help you explore the code faster. It's designed to help you explore the code. So we need the next step, right? We need the next step, and that next step for me was what? Network graphs, because network graph is a great, right? It's easy for you uh, to get a mental model. So not this network graph, of course, right? Not this one. Is just right. It's okay, does the thing, but as you can see, like it's prove the point that I mentioned, that what I liked is UI UX. So with LLMs today, so I had a couple of iterations with multiple LLMs like Cloud, Sonnet 4.0, and DeepSeek, and I came up with this. I think it looks amazing. I was intrigued, right? So I outlined the how I wanted to look, right? And I added some code, but here is the result right there in front of you, and it looks much better. Like maybe 10 times or 100 times better from UI UX perspective than this, right? So why this is the next generation code explorer? I will show you why. As you can see right here, if we went to a node and just click on it, it shows the code right here, right? And also when we hover, we can see the usage of payment service, for example, services payment service.py, right? And we can see where it's used right here. We're just gonna hover over this. Uses payment processing function to logs each step for debugging and compliance, yeah, whatever. So here we have the node that this is the logger, right? And the payment service uses the logger inside its logic, and you can see like how it's easy now to explore the code than just jumping between files, right? For example, if you want to understand what this file does, right? Let's just zoom in and just isolate this file. Let's just zoom in right here. As you can see, this is the file, right? Main.py. As you can link to so many things. As a link to up here, it's like the hovering needs fixing, but that's fine. And it's linked up to here as well, right? And it's linked up here, main application, blah blah blah. And so like if we went to here, like so you can see, like we can explore this right there, Alpha middleware. As you can see, it's much easier like to explore the code right here, and here you can open the code when you arrive to what you want to explore. So this is not the complete vision, to be honest with you. This is something I wanted to share to gain traction to this project, which I'm planning to start, and it's need a lot of people because the way it works. So I have an image here. Let's just see it. You know what? Let's just redraw it from the beginning. The vision for I think I have it here. Yeah, the vision for the open source version. So we're gonna have a client here, right? It's just a CLI tool. This CLI tool is gonna be duplicated across multiple programming languages. Why? Because for Python source code, you need to build a client. For Node.js, you need to build a client. For Go, for C++, so on. And that client is gonna not only crawl the files and see the connection between files. No, it's gonna parse the AST, right, and get some data from it. This is the base idea, and the output of this client is going to be a JSON, and that JSON is going to be visualized like this. Much better like this than this when we get more people into the project. So I'm planning to build this project soon, right? I'm gonna spit out the Python and JS client, but to be honest with you, the main purpose I shared this video uh, to say basically LMs are great, use them, they're not your enemy, they're your friend as a developer. And as well, this is a huge potential project for anyone who's interested in collaborating or be an early user. I'm gonna start a Discord community, right? And I just want early users and as well possible contributor. If you enjoyed this video and want to see this tool comes to life as an open source project, please share this with your network. Yeah.